But here's a little video of this thing actually working. It's a little loud, this one is. It's due to the drivers itself on the motherboard, which is in here. You can get really quiet ones where this thing doesn't even make 30 decibels. So that's why I have it in this enclosure made out of IKEA tables, which is probably the cheapest thing you can do. And then I just designed these things up here so I have a little slider on to keep the heat in if I'm printing something that needs to have heat retained. And then there's the filament spool that I use, riding on skateboard bearings pretty much. And these are just little guys that I printed. These are benchies. They actually do serve a purpose. They are technically what they call a benchmark. They benchmark how your printer is. This is the first print I made after I had used all the first batch of white. And then after I did some of the upgrades, same product, different color though, same settings. So and then these are like some of the stiffening upgrades that I made there. Frame support back here. The sensor is adjustable. This is to fix the vibration of this. Adjusted the heat bed using these little knurled nuts. And then these things are nylocks so that I designed up this thing and then just pressed into a hexagonal hole. And here's the glass cover I was talking about. You don't need to have glue stick or hairspray or some other adhesive, but if you print in another type, you probably want that as a barrier. Even blue masking tape, but yeah, this just prints like candy on this. And then yeah, that's the box back there. I do have a fan on, you can't really see it. Back there, the fan is wired up with the heat bed, and it's actually to a MOSFET. The heat bed, instead of the current going to the main control board, it actually goes to a smaller controller to take away the heat. So the only thing that the current that's going to the motherboard is literally just for the fan and for the controls now. So I have it away from it. But it keeps it pretty cool. So I have it on a remote server instead of printing off a memory card. This is what it's done overall since I got it. I'm using a Raspberry Pi 3 with Octoprint. And then I bought this really long extension cable to a live stream camera. And these LED strips, this is just for the bed, so I know which is which. Yeah, and then there's the upgraded power supply. I wish this fan stayed on all the time, but it only stays on when it's warm, which is maybe 20 degrees at the most. And I have that cover. This is a fuse in it. This is just some terminal blocks. I do want to get some fuses. I got the prints made up. I finally got the fuses, so I'm now going to put some inline automotive fuses into this. So that's an extra line of protection. If this thing shorts out, it shuts all power off. Some guys even go as far as putting smoke detectors up in here. And with major stuff, fire suppression at least, right? Yeah, because these things, since it's an acrylic frame, there has been reports of these things burning down. Like, these are some upgrade parts I'm going to put on, but this is the original power supply. So I took it apart, checked its solder, the bottom of it, because some people said that it was really shitty. I mean, this thing is from GearBest. It's super cheap, right? Like $255 Canadian is what I paid. Duty, taxes, shipping, everything all in. And that was even with the DHL duty. Yeah, your first thing is check it to make sure it's on 110. But I checked all the soldering. It looked okay. I mean, you know, for cheap Chinese stuff, what do you expect? But so yeah, anyways, I put this fan on to keep it cool, man. And this thing ran great. Like, I never had a problem with it, like some people did. But that's just what they did. So this Octoprint, this Raspberry Pi is literally hooked up to this big ass monitor. It's the only thing I had, and it's running. That's the system right there. I do have a little screen for it. I couldn't really get running, but this is Linux. Some people don't know Linux, but yeah, that's the server number. You can't really get on it unless it's you're on my Wi-Fi, and then that's the computer that I use. But that's the whole setup, anyways. For now, there's another print that I did. That was a 12.5-hour print. Works pretty good. But this thing is like a little marble tower, man. The marbles spin inside the middle, and then when they get to the bottom, there's like a cog that you turn, and it brings them up to the top, and then lets them go down again. But it's pretty neat little toy. These are some more upgrades back here. to prevent this thing from flexing when you tighten this belt. Same thing back there. That was a 14-hour print, that big guy. And this was only, I think, 6 or 7. No, it's all printed with PLA. Not all PLA is created equal. I bought some stuff called eSun, and it smells like burning ABS. It's not really the greatest stuff. It's not supposed to have ABS in it, but it does. This PLA is actually really good. It's clean. You don't smell anything. I mean, there's obviously some. Eventually, I do want to get a tube hooked up to here to vent the gas outside, or at least to a scrubber that I'm going to design up. And yeah, these are little Unimaker robots. Another type of benchmarking where you can kind of see all your issues that you may or may not have with like overhangs and such. These are all printed with PLA. But yeah, they're from Unimaker. That's just another brand. These are actually Perusa's design. They're printed in PLA. I actually just wanted to do a test on it because I do want to print in PETG, which is a little bit more heat resistance. But I'm just having some issues with it getting correct. I'm just having really good luck with this plastic. It's super easy to print with. And printed PETG is a little bit more, I think it's a little more abrasive, so I may have to go through a little bit more nozzles. But for the most part, it's actually pretty decent. There's the PETG I was talking about. It's basically like printing with pop bottles. That's pretty much what the plastic is. Most of this stuff is, well, it's all plastic. It's not really recyclable because it's not stamped. That's the problem, unless you know what it is. Like I have bins of just PLA stuff that was just failed, just abortions, right? Like these are just some shitty nuts that I tried to design up my first batch on somebody else's, and for some reason the slicing software didn't like it. So that's what happened, and these are just like tests. Oh, this was I printed a Q-tip holder, and this was I had a knot in the line. Like basically this kind of caught over itself through here and I didn't notice it. So when it started printing, it was printing fine for the first maybe 2 wraps, and then it got caught up and I heard this noise, went downstairs. This thing was way up here and the print was all, there was nothing there. So it was pretty bad, and actually it was over there, and it was just before I printed this, or built this case. It works out pretty good. I mean, the little camera is pretty decent. Here, I'll boot the computer up and show you. Yeah, it's just an Octoprint server. It's just the company there, the guy who did it. So there's the live stream. It's a little bit delayed, but it shows you the hours, the time, how much. You can get it so that this thing will have how much cost. You selected. Okay, well, we'll leave that then. And then there's the temperatures that I have. You can set like offsets and stuff. It works pretty good though. Not bad for, and I've probably spent it over in total, maybe 500 in total. If I were to do it again, I definitely probably would get this because it's a kit. You can get ready to build stuff for like thousands of dollars. I do suggest that people want to get into it. If you want to spend the money and buy a really good printer that has every bells and whistles, more than whistles and bells, is a genuine Prusa Mark III. The new one, it has a filament rhino detector. You can literally take this and hit it. The print will stop. It'll go back and recenter and then continue. This doesn't have that. I can change the board and put all that stuff in it. But I'm just, this works. I'm not going to change it. So, yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. Have a good one.